Hello, my fourth period. I'm making a video on two problems from your next homework assignment. So 551, number 58. And then the other one is 551, number 66. Actually, I think they're both on page 552. And I just want to make sure that you understand these types right here. Now, I didn't have enough room to write everything down, so make sure you look at the problem as you're viewing this video. They give you information about two angles. One is theta, the other is phi. So this symbol is, the name of that symbol is phi, P-H-I. And it tells you that it's in the second quadrant. I think it says the sine is 1/4. So I created the right triangle. I came up with the missing side using the Pythagorean theorem. And did the same thing for sine theta. I think cosine was given, and it said it's in the third quadrant. So I'm also showing you this because this is how I want you to show your work. Then in the directions, you're asked to use the sum formula for tangent. So I took all the tangent values of these two angles based upon these two right triangles and put them in that formula there. I don't have enough room to finish this all off, but you want to rationalize. So multiply the top and bottom by rad 15, and then you'll get your answer there. Okay, so that's number 58. So again, those of you that have done this already, because I know some of you are whipping through the assignments, make sure that you take a look at this and make sure that you're showing the work correctly. Right? Now I chose number 66 because I don't know if the given formula within the problem looks familiar, but it's actually a calculus formula. It's actually the derivative formula. And you're using the trig ratio of sine of x within it. Again, I didn't have enough room to write the original problem down, but just let you know, I believe you're starting with this and you have to end up with this. Now, you didn't actually start with this. You started with g of x plus h minus g of x. So it's given that g of x is equal to sine of x. So that's why I replace it with sine of x here. And then g of x plus h, that's the original problem in this position. Because g of x is equal to sine, then you're going to replace that with sine of x plus h. Because you have g of x plus h. Okay. Now, also in the directions, it asks you to use sum or difference formulas. So the only sum formula you can use here, you can see right here, this term right here, is that you're adding two angles together for sine. So x and h represent two different angles. So this right here, this becomes this, these two terms. So I use the addition formula for sine, and you can see that minus sine of x is right here. And then it's all over h, because I didn't have enough room to put this term here. It's all over h. Now I underlined these two terms in red, because what I'm going to do to simplify it is I'm going to put these two next to each other, and I didn't have room. And then what I'm going to do from both of these is I'm going to factor out sine of x, because that's the GCF, it's common to both terms. So there it is right there. When it's factor out from this first term, you're left with cosine h minus 1. So cosine h and then minus 1 here. Then I bring this term down here, and then again all over h. Now this is what you wanted to end up with, so just look at this right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this term and put it first. It's addition, so the order doesn't matter. And another way to write this right here is this. It means the same thing. Then to get this term here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor out a -1 from here. So the negative sign, I multiply by sine of x, so I get negative sine of x. And then the signs switch here, so I get 1 minus cosine h. And then another way to write this right here is to put the h below the binomial. As long as I'm multiplying it, it means the same thing. And that's how you do number 66. Right, so make sure that you, if you have any further questions on any other problems, make sure that you email them to me. And I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy and having fun. So I will talk to you guys later. Take care.